Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I've said that. Probably, I don't know, since Croatia. It's been some months since I've said that. So welcome back to my channel. If you came back after all that time, I appreciate you. If you're just tuning in to me, welcome. Your girl's back. It's been a while since I've done a video and since I've done a life update. So I feel like the first thing I should do is kind of wrap up my whole experience in London. If you don't know, in about, what month was that? August of last year, I moved to London to go to the College of Fashion. I made the decision to move to London right around the time I was graduating from Miami. Honestly, I just wasn't sure what I wanted to do next. I found the program. It was the only program in the world. So I just decided to take the leap and move across the pond to London. The experience as a whole was a journey, definitely. Something I wouldn't trade for the world. And as much as I miss it, I'm glad to be home. I guess the best way I feel like to do this is just to go from start to end of what I experienced and just kind of tell my perspective. So once I decided to move, I needed to get a visa, a place to stay, and save money. I worked all summer. Every dime that I had that summer went to London. I did not have any money to play with. I had to pay for everything. I needed my visa, my plane ticket, first month's rent, my school deposit, and none of this stuff would they let me do after I got my student loan money. So I funded this through all American loans, luckily but unluckily, because student debt is terrible. So I just saved up my money to pay for all of that stuff. And then the day came, and in August, I think it was August, I moved to London. I went with my mom, her best friend, and my friend Jazz, and they all came and helped me move in, and I really appreciated that because I don't think that I could have did any of that by myself. Adjusting was really easy. I got that question a lot. How's London? How are you adjusting? Isn't it super different? But it really wasn't. I just felt like I was in New York or something like that. That wasn't that big of a deal. I didn't really get homesick, but when I got frustrated, I'd always say, I don't want to be here, I want to go home. So I did realize that my homesickness or my frustration kind of manifested itself that way, and tried to kind of work accordingly. Adjusting was fine. I lived in a studio flat by myself in Notting Hill, which I loved, and I miss Notting Hill dearly. I made friends through my program and through Twitter. Shout out to Jordan and Kamei and Malaka. They helped me through a lot of the stuff I was going through. Also, Black Girls Book Club, which is a Twitter page that I found, and then I found out that they have events throughout London for Black women, so that was how I met a lot of people also. As far as my actual program goes, that's where things get a little weird. I thought I was in a program that was going to teach me about fashion in a psychology way, but I was in a program that was going to teach me psychology, and I got to apply what I learned to fashion, which was not what I wanted. I already have a degree in psychology, so a lot of the stuff was kind of things I already knew or had experienced in undergrad, and that was kind of discouraging to me. I contemplated coming home for a minute because I felt like the education I was getting wasn't what I wanted, but I stuck it out, and I'm glad I did. I found other ways to learn. I got to intern with a shoe company for a minute, but I ended up not being able to do that too long because I needed to work for actual money. After getting over the initial disappointment of my program, I took the time to finally explore London, and I'd go around and walk all the time. All I did basically in London was walk because I just loved looking at and finding new neighborhoods and being in the museums. And if you know me, I love art museums, so that was pretty much what I did every day. But not only did I explore London, I got to explore Europe as well. And living over there showed me how big of a privilege it is to be able to travel. Everyone knows that traveling isn't easy and it's not cheap, but being in America, going to Europe is way more difficult than living in the United Kingdom and going to Europe. So while I was in London, I got the opportunity to travel to Barcelona, Spain, Amsterdam in the Netherlands, Dubrovnik, Croatia, and Edinburgh and Glasgow in Scotland. I wish I could have traveled more, and I planned on traveling more, but school and work comes first, so I had to slide the trips in whenever I could. I just honestly, all I can say is that I'm blessed to be able to experience all those different places. I Love it. I love Amsterdam. I love Spain. I love Croatia. Like, if I could go back right now, I would. So one thing I will say is if you ever do find yourself being able to travel, stay, because it's so much cheaper to go over there and to travel than to come back and forth from the United States, you know, once a year or whatever works for you. I know that sounds kind of pretentious to say, but honestly, I'm saving right now to be able to go back and be in London and be in all those places, because it's a life-changing experience. And just being able to be outside of your culture and all these different places is just, I just loved it, and it was great. So I spent the last leg of my trip kind of traveling. My boyfriend came to visit me, and 2 of my best friends came to visit me also. And then once the trips were over, it was time for me to buckle down and come home. Moving home by yourself is a struggle. I ended up throwing a lot of stuff away, condensed it down into 3 suitcases. I don't want to talk about how much I paid, but I made it, and I'm back in Michigan. And as much as I hate to say it, I missed my state, and I missed being an American and being an American in America. And I'm happy to be back. So you'll be seeing more of me. Thanks for watching.